Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maverick Moses. I am the author of the upcoming YA Dark Urban Fantasy Trilogy, Karma's Children, coming spring of 2019, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the top 5 books that I read in 2018. I know I am super late to the party because it is already almost February, which I cannot believe, but I still wanted to share the top 5 books that I read in 2018 with y'all. They were all so good, and it was definitely very hard ranking them all down to the top 5 books that I read. And that's right, I'm actually going to be ranking them. I'm ranking them from my number 5 read to my number 1. And just that was like so challenging. I probably should have just done the top 5 and not ranked them, but I wanted to give you a nice ranking for you guys so you can see how much I just really appreciated all of these books. They're all 5 out of 5 stars for me, and I'll leave a link in the description below to my full reviews for all of these, but I still wanted to share these top 5 books with y'all so you can get an idea of what I read in 2018, and maybe you can pick up some of these books this year in 2019. Ranking in at number 5, we have Chosen by R.S. Broadhead. So I think this actually came out in 2017, I'm not 100% sure, but I read it in 2018, so I am going to be talking about it here. This was so creepy. Like, it's about this young woman named Piper McAdams, and basically after she runs into a creepy homeless man, strange things starts happening to her. She starts hallucinating, and glimpses of her past come back to haunt her. And after one of her closest family members passes away, she goes to the town to bury him for his funeral, but she ends up not at his funeral and ends up at a town called Hell. And the residents of this town are very strange. And basically, she just ends up going on this very harrowing kind of adventure to try to figure out what the hell is going on in hell. And it ends so crazy. Like, I died. Like, it ended and I was just like, what the fuck? Yeah, so this was a really creepy read. It's kind of short, kind of novella length. So if you want a short, creepy read, I would definitely recommend picking up Chosen by R.S. Broadhead. Ranking in at number 4, we have Three Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. So I actually haven't quite gotten to the sequel and 3rd book of this trilogy yet. This came out, I don't know, like 2014, 2015, but I just now started the series and I love it. So basically in Three Dark Crowns, it's in a fantastical island called Finburn, where 3 queens are born, all of them sisters, and each possess a different magical ability. One is an elemental, who can control the elements, one is a naturalist, who has domain over nature, and one is a poisoner, who can ingest the most deadly of poisons without so much as a stomachache. And it's about their journey as they start a certain competition where they have to basically display their magic in front of the people of Finburn, and ultimately they have to kill each other for the crown. Three Dark Crowns was a really great, fantastical read, and I think what I really liked about it that I had a kind of special emotional connection to is that it's written in 3rd person present tense, which not a whole lot of books do. And the reason that I felt a special connection to this is because Karma's Children is actually written in 3rd person present tense as well. And when I was writing it, I got a lot of pretty negative feedback from people saying like, oh, no one's gonna like it because it's 3rd person present tense. Like, the only time present tense is really like acceptable is that it's 1st person. And I kind of was going against the grain, but it worked so well with my storyline, and I tried writing it in other ways and it just didn't work. So when I read Three Dark Crowns and just saw how successful it was, I was like, see, it just kind of gave me hope for my own book because of that 3rd person present tense way of writing. So basically, yes, I loved Three Dark Crowns for that reason, and I just loved it too because it was just a really great fantasy read. Ranking in at number 3, we have Twisted Gift by Jessie Elliott. So this is the sequel of Jessie's debut novel, Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate, I actually gave 4 stars, but when I read this, it just was like a solid 5. It's a paranormal romance about this girl named Aurora who is thrust into the world of the Fae, and throughout this process she struggles to figure out who she really is and how she fits into this new world, while also struggling with her feelings and emotions towards the leader of the Dark Fae, Tristan. Twisted Gift was chock full of action, suspense, drama, mystery, and of course romance, because it was a paranormal romance. And there was this one chapter in Twisted Gift where when I was reading it, because I read it in probably like a day or two. When I was reading it, I remember I was reading in bed, and after I read this chapter, I just got so emotional that I literally had to get out of bed and just like walk around and like heat up some tea, because I was just like so emotionally distraught, and like tears were coming down my face, and it was just such an emotional, crazy roller coaster of emotions. I was just, yeah. So Twisted Gift ranked in at number 3 for my top 5 reads of 2018. It's definitely a great book, and I would definitely recommend picking this up in the future. Twisted Desire, which is the 3rd book of the series, is actually going to be coming out later on this year, so definitely pick up these books before then so you can read that when it comes out. Now, I've talked about this on my Instagram a lot. If you follow me on there, if you're not already, it's at author Maverick M. Go follow me on Instagram. I haven't talked about this so much on my YouTube channel, but I actually have a small online shop called Story Salt, kind of like an Etsy shop, where I make handmade bath products inspired by different books. And I actually have one bath product that I have inspired by the Twisted series by Jessie Elliott, and that's this Twisted Facial Sugar Scrub. It's made with sugar, olive oil, lavender essential oil, and dried lavender. That's the only ingredients. They're all natural ingredients. And I used this morning. I love using this. It's so nice. You scrub it into your face, and it acts almost as like an exfoliator with the sugar, and then the olive oil seeps into your pores and leaves your skin feeling really soft and smooth and silky. So I'll definitely link this below as well in case you want to check it out. As I said, this is based off of the Twisted series by Jessie Elliott, and it's called the Twisted Facial Sugar Scrub, and I would definitely recommend it, of course, because it is my shop. But yeah, it's so luxurious and made out of only 4 ingredients. If you try to buy a sugar scrub in the store, it's gonna have like 15 ingredients and have like 10 different like chemicals in it, because it makes it last longer or gives it off a certain luscious feel or color. But this has all of that, and it only has 4 ingredients, so I would definitely check it out. Ranking in at number 2, we have The Dead House by Don Kurtagich. I freaking loved this book so much. I am so lucky too that I found this book in general. Like, I was shopping at Half Price Books and I was just browsing around, and I saw this spine, and I saw this girl with like orange eyes, and I just thought it was so creepy. Of course, the title of it stuck out to me, The Dead House. So I picked it up, and the cover itself is so cool. Basically, it has this girl with her orange eyes, and after I looked really closely, I noticed that the orange eyes is actually a reflection of a fire, which fits in with the storyline perfectly. But anyway, what also immediately attracted me to The Dead House is the way that it's formatted on the inside. I had never seen a book like this before, but basically it combines diary entries, psychiatric reports, police interviews, found video footage, all these different kinds of formats that join together to create the storyline, and it's so immersive and just a really, really unique experience that I would definitely recommend to everyone to check out this book. And I am actually super happy that I found this book, because it also allowed me to connect with the author, Don Kurtagich, on Instagram. And now I have the pleasure of being able to say that she's one of my great friends on Instagram. She is just a really talented author. She has some other great books. There's And the Trees Crept In, and she also has an upcoming book called Teeth in the Mist that is going to be releasing, I believe, in June of this year, and I'm super excited about reading that as well. But this book is just so amazing. It was so creepy. It was definitely an immersive experience. Anyway, I am super happy to say that Dawn Kurtskis is my friend because she is one of my co-hosts in the Book Fiends club that we started. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I started a book club called Book Fiends that I'm co-hosting with Cassandra of the Bookish Crypt, Dawn Kurtskis, and Marie Ventress, all author tubers, bookstagrammers, awesome authors that I've connected with on Instagram. And we are currently in the middle of reading Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand, and I'm loving this. I am almost done with it already, and I'm super excited to chat about it later on this month with all of you, probably on this channel. I don't know. We're going to be switching around the channels between all four of us and doing a live chat. So I'm super excited to be talking about Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand with all of you in the Book Fiends Club. Next month in February, we've announced that we'll be reading Kill Creek by Scott Thomas. So if you haven't picked this book up yet and you want to read it along with us, definitely pick it up and read it along with us for February. And then at the end of February, we're going to be doing another live chat to discuss this book. And lastly, drum roll please, ranking in at the #1 of the top 5 books that I read in 2018, we have The Secret of the Codex by Melissa Fry. So, guys, this was just, it was everything. I loved it so much. Okay, I have no words. Hold on. Let me collect myself. The Secret of the Codex, that's not how you pronounce it. The Secret of the Codex is an adult supernatural thriller, and normally I don't really like reading adult books because I tend to not follow them super easily, but this actually kind of reads almost like a young adult, new adult book. It's a lot simpler to read than some of the other adult books that are out there, but it still follows the adult main characters, and it is just filled with magic, mystery, suspense, action, and a little bit of romance thrown in. What I really enjoyed about The Secret of the Codex was the way that the characters were written. I had never read a book quite like this one where the characters just felt so real. Like they each had their own fears and desires and emotions and personality that they just came to life from the pages, and I am so happy that I read this. I actually received an ARC of this before it came out from Melissa Fry, and now that it's out and everything out into the world, she actually has sent me an autographed copy, and I have a really sweet note from her about thanking me for all of my support. But I literally can't support this enough. This book is so good. You guys need to pick it up right now. And there you have it, guys. These are the top 5 books that I read in 2018. Again, I'll leave links in the description below to all of my reviews for these books. Again, they're all 5 out of 5 stars, so you can't go wrong with picking up any one of these books. But like I said, I think above all else, you really just need to read The Secret of the Codex by Melissa Fry. Like, this book, y'all. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books already, if I sparked your interest in reading any of them, and what your top books that you read in 2018 were. I'd love to check them out myself. I try to post new videos twice a week on this channel, so don't forget to subscribe and help support it. I would really appreciate it, and be sure to follow me on Instagram for more on my TBR list, my writing, and see some cool aesthetically pleasing bookstagram photos. Then go find me on Goodreads so we can connect more on our mutual love of books. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!